Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Helen Noble, celebrant of Surrey, founder of Swansong and co-founder of the Healthy Marriage Success course. I give you weekly tips and insights into all things ceremony. This week I'm talking about where to start. Where do you start? You've been proposed to, you've said yes, now what? So firstly, congratulations. Secondly, enjoy. Pause. Do not press go on wedding planning just yet. Pause. It's so important. The reason it's important is because there is so much out there and it's all gorgeous and it's all amazing and you might want all of it. So here are a couple of things that I would say you really need to start with before you jump off that planning board. 1, you are engaged to be married. You are not engaged because you're planning a wedding. You are engaged to be married. So give that some space. It might be a date night. It might be you to, before you're telling the world that your nuptials are coming, you might want to just kind of chat about what that means. There'll be hopefully that overexcitement squeal of yes, 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 and the kind of let me tell the world right now. But then before you go down that warren of wedding planning, the first thing you should really do is go, that means I'm preparing for marriage. How do we do that? And then in your head, if you start preparing for marriage, wedding planning becomes so much simpler because you know what you're about, you know what's important to you, you know what your values are as a couple and what you're hoping your future to look like, and therefore your wedding should reflect that. And engagement is all about the intention, your intention to wed, your intention to live a happy life together, your intention to be the best spouse you can be, your intention that you will always have laughter and hope and trust and all the nice things that you might put in your wedding vows. But it is about setting an intention. Will you marry me? Yes, thank you. Not, shall we plan a wedding? So before you get onto wedding planning, think about what marriage is. You are saying yes to marriage. What does marriage look like to you? From that, you might want to do a Pinterest board. You might want to do a vision board. But before you go down colour palettes and design and shabby chic or modern or geometric, before you start all of that, start with your values. Start with your values and what's important to you. And then bring every decision back to that. So when you're choosing food, it might be you really value the planet. So actually source local. Maybe have a menu that's in season. Maybe rather than just assume it's got a vegetarian option, maybe have a vegetarian meal with a meat option. Flip it. Because maybe sustainability is important to you, or maybe vegetarianism is important to you. Because you've thought about what your values are as a person and as a couple, it then will feed into and give your decisions a backbone because there is so much choice. I've done a YouTube on this before. There's a difference between choice and decision. There will be so much choice. There's so much choice. But you need to decide on what's important to you, and then the choosing becomes easier. So that's the first one. You're not engaged to be have a wedding. You're engaged to be married, and during that engagement preparation for marriage, you happen to be planning a wedding. The second thing I would say look at is once you've got those values, how do you want to get married? Do you want to get married in the eyes of God? Do you want to get married because you want everyone to be together and you want that to be the dream wedding? So then actually is the event of the wedding your focus and not the marriage, because the marriage is just between you two and you want that to be private. In which case, your marriage might be at the local registry office on a Wednesday lunchtime, and you and your maybe 6 family members go out for a nice lunch. And then on the Saturday, you have your wedding. Or it might be your wedding needs to be in the eyes of God, and therefore you know your marriage is going to have a faith at the heart of it. So you're getting married in church, because that's where you also want your wedding. Marriage, wedding, 2 different things. So it's a little short YouTube today, but when you are just getting engaged, and huge congratulations, before you dive into that Alice in Wonderland hole, look at these 2 questions. You are preparing for marriage, therefore what does that look like to you? And because you've now thought and hopefully got an answer of what does marriage look like to us, designing your wedding then becomes much easier, because you will go, actually, I want to get married and do the legal paperwork, but style, choice, freedom, and all that jazz is important to you, so therefore you're going to have a celebrant. Or it might be that you've got a faith and you want to get married in church, and that's a no-brainer. So that's where you start. But everything, decisions that you make, conversations that you have, people you invite, all comes down to your values of why you are bringing them forward on this journey of marriage with you. So yeah, a little one. Hope that helps. Find me on Instagram, hit subscribe, hit the bell, send me some love. Congratulations. Take care. Bye.